When the working week is done, Eddie, you know what it's time for?
GS News Top 5.
Oh, really? I was just going to say that. But...
Oh, well,
we'll do that
works.
first.
Call of Duty World War II officially announced this week.
Oh boy.
Are you ready, Dan?
Already. Let's lock and load.
Sledgehammer Games officially announced Call of Duty World War II this week, coming out in November for PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One. Sounds like a Band of Brothers type game. You play a low-level, kind of like a grunt. I believe there's some connection to Transformers.
Yeah, Josh Duhamel is going to be playing your sergeant. I can't remember his name, but I know that he's a 34-year-old from Oklahoma. Why I remember that specific fact, I don't know. But it looks quite cinematic, like a return to the Call of Duties of the past.
It does, and I think that might be exactly what it needs after Infinite Warfare. I mean, good game, but didn't resonate with the audience. So another great thing about Call of Duty, obviously, is multiplayer.
Yep.
And they're talking about, this new mode called War Mode, and it sounds like Operations from Battlefield 1, potentially. And then the other big thing is Headquarters, which is similar to, or it sounds like Destiny's The Tower, kind of like those social spaces where you can, get together with friends and, sync up and, see your stats and customize your character and everything from there. So seems like they're making a lot of cool steps. We're going to learn more about multiplayer coming at E3 in June, so very soon.
Hey Ed.
Hello.
What did you say to me when I said, do you want to do top 5 today?
Is there going to be an Overwatch story?
Is there an Overwatch story?
Because if so, I'm in! Overwatch is getting a bunch of cool skins for Diva. She's getting a Busan police skin, but the only way you can get it is by playing Heroes of the Storm.
Oh.
If you play Heroes of the Storm with a friend and you play up to 5 games each week for the next 3 weeks, you're going to unlock a bunch of cool stuff. So first week you can get access to Oni Genji, who was part of a similar promotion a while ago. You'll have another shot at him, and you'll also get some of his skins and sort of banners and sprays for Heroes of the Storm as well, because he's in that. In week 2, you'll have a chance to get the Diva skin for playing 5 games. Third week, you get sprays for Diva's hot stuff.
Right.
And fourth week, you get 10 loot boxes for both Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm by playing 5 games with your friends. That's a lot of loot boxes. That's like 20 bucks in value, easy. All for playing their MOBA game, which is, not bad. I played a lot of it.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it. It's a fun Dota MOBA-like.
It's pretty good. If you're going to play a MOBA,
Yeah.
it's an easy one to get into.
Yeah, it only takes like 20 minutes of your life. So if you like Overwatch, you can get all this cool shit just by playing Heroes of the Storm, and it's free to play if you have a PC. Although Jeff Kaplan has said for console players, the Diva and Genji skin will be coming to loot boxes eventually.
Have you ever seen Dora the Explorer?
I have seen Dora the Explorer. Speaking of Dora the Explorer, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, I'm not going to make the joke that's easy to make there.
Sniper, no sniping.
He did it. God damn it. He even sniped me for it. Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 came out this week, and it was found to have over 5-minute loading times on PS4, which has caused quite a ruckus in the online community. Now, to prove to you how long it is, I'm going to put up B-roll of the loading screen from Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 and try to get through this whole story before the game loads. The developer came out and said that the loading screens were so long at the start as a trade-off, because once you're actually in the game, it does load quite fast when you fast travel, when you get killed, all of that kind of stuff. Loading's pretty quick once you get in there.
But we're still talking a longer load than the initial for GTA. So
Yeah.
Something like,
It is a long time. I had enough time to go and make a cup of tea, come back, and it was still loading. As well with Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 on release, that people found there was no multiplayer that was promised. The developer has said that they didn't put the multiplayer in because they wanted to focus on the single player experience, but they're going to be bringing it out for free in Q3 2017. So that's at least 6 months away, but they are going to be rolling out updates apparently to keep people interested in playing. It still hasn't loaded, so
you can go watch Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
Free games.
Everybody likes free games.
Do you like free games?
Free games are the best. They
I
don't
like
cost
free games
anything.
too. No, and the investment is so low that you can pretty much enjoy anything. Which you definitely will this month on PlayStation if you've got PlayStation Plus, because they have some really good offerings. So first up on PS3, you can grab Blood Knights and Port Royale 3, Pirates and Merchants. Then on Vita, you can grab Laser Disco Defenders and Type Rider. You can also get those games through cross-buy on PS4, but it's the other PS4 offerings that I think are really worth getting excited about, because they include my very favorite Telltale game, Tales from the Borderlands. Have you
Great
played
game.
Tales from the Borderlands?
I played the first episode and didn't keep going, but I need to get. It's in my backlog. I'll get there. I'll get there.
Okay, it's great. It's super funny. It's exceptional. They've also got Abzu for a complete change of pace. If you just want like serenity and fun, it sounds like PlayStation have you so sorted out this month. If you're in Europe, you will get Alienation. So
Isn't it?
if you prefer mowing through hordes of aliens to mowing through the ocean with a great white shark, then you can enjoy that as well. Ed has come with all his Persona gear, so we can talk about Persona 5.
But it's the wrong Persona, yes. We're talking about Persona 5.
Persona, but you're really far into Persona 5 now, aren't you?
I am 120 hours into Persona 5 and I'm still not finished.
You're actually so far in that if you were to stream where you're up to right now, you will get in a lot of trouble with Atlas.
Yeah. This is like really unique. They seem to be very tight-lipped and they don't want anyone to reveal anything about the story details of Persona, which is really weird because it was out in Japan September of last year.
It came out a long time ago. But basically their original ask was, well, it wasn't really an ask, it was a very angry ask. To streamers and players not to show any of the game past the in-game date of July 7, I think.
Which is not very far.
Which is not far at all. So like for perspective, the game starts in April. So it's not very much at all. And players were like, what the hell? Like we want to see it, like we want to see the game. You know, these are your fans who are playing it and wanting to watch like what the game's like and everything. And Atlas got pretty cranky and said that they would threaten anyone who violated the streaming restrictions with potentially like an account suspension.
Yeah, like Twitch takedowns.
Yeah, Twitch takedowns, which upset everybody. So now they've pushed it back and you can stream up to November, in-game November. So it's like a bit more time right before
It's a bit more time, but still, like Atlas should know what the gaming sort of landscape is like now.
Yeah.
People just do that and people don't want to see spoilers. They won't watch them.
It's weird because surely like those Let's Plays and live streams, I feel like that's exactly designed for people who perhaps aren't like into maybe that style of game, like they maybe weren't going to pick it up, they just want to watch it through.
Exactly, like when Giant Bomb did their Persona 4 Let's Play, I got a whole bunch of readers into it because they had never seen anything so crazy.
Yeah.
But they had the chance to see what it was like.
Yeah, so it's kind of a shame, but Atlas have said, you know, they've said sorry if people found their threatening, but they've moved it back and they feel like they've approached like a reasonable compromise. So, I mean, you shouldn't see spoilers. I mean, you could definitely look up spoilers if you wanted to, but that's where it's happened.
Obviously, if you want to know more about Call of Duty World War II, Persona 5, all the video game stuff, you can find a lot of content on GameSpot about those games in particular and more this week.
That's right.
But that's it for news this week. Anything to say, Jess?
See you next week. No, just that I'll see them next. Have a good weekend.
Yeah,
okay. Go do that.
Okay, see ya.
All right.
What did one chameleon say to the angry chameleon?
What did he say?
You need to be a karma chameleon.
That wasn't funny though.